All right, every Wednesday at 7:30, it's a fun time in this show. Let's bring in our good friend Jason Michaels. He's a magician. He's an illusionist. He blows our mind every week. Jason, we're still recovering from the last 3 weeks, so we can only imagine. By the way, the intern, when I mentioned you're coming on, he gets giddy. So
I do.
thank you.
I was talking about.
I love it. That's awesome.
To Joe about the thumbnail, that like the picture of your last segment with you holding up what do they call those things that you do? The elementary school thing.
The cootie catcher.
Cootie catcher. Yeah, I just thought it was awesome. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we can't stop. So we're just waiting to see what you got this week, Jason.
Well, you know what? I think it couldn't be more timely based on your last guest that since we were talking about poker night or casino night, I think it's timely that I tell you about how I got started doing magic. And that is because my friends and I, and this is an absolutely true story, when I was 16 years old, instead of going out and partying, my buddies and I would get together and we would play poker at somebody's house for nickels, dimes, and quarters. So it's true. And one day I thought to myself, we were taking a break and I was just sitting there at the table and I thought, well, it'd be really cool if somebody did a card trick. And then I thought, I guess nobody knows a card trick. I guess I should go learn a card trick. So I'll be the one to do it. That took me to a bookstore. I bought a book on simple to do card tricks. And here we find ourselves today. But here's the question. Do you play poker, Joe?
I do not, but I know poker a little bit.
You're familiar.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And they say never to play cards with strangers, right? So we're not strangers. I mean, you and I, we know
best friends, man.
Okay. All right. So here's what I've got. I've got a deck of cards here. Here it is. All different choices there, all the different possibilities. In the most famous type of poker, about 15 years ago, a type of poker, it's been around for a long time, but it got really famous because they were putting it on television and televising it. It's called Texas Hold'em. Now, in Texas Hold'em, everybody that's playing gets 2 cards in their hand. And those 2 card combinations, a lot of them have like nicknames in the game. So let me see if I can, all right. For instance, here's a 2 card combination. If you were to end up with a pair of 4s in your hand, Joe, any guesses what the nickname for a pair of 4s is?
May the 4s be with you.
Oh, that's good. That would be something we do now, but this traditionally is known as Magnum, as a 44 Magnum.
Ah, okay.
All right. If you had a Jack and a Queen. Any guesses on what a Jack and a Queen is called?
John Cougar Mellencamp, like Jack and Diane.
Yeah, you know what? That is one of it's also known as Oedipus, which some people might want to Google that.
Oedipus, he fell in love with his mom, weirdo.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
All right. What if you had a Jack and a 5? You can figure this out. Jack 5.
Jackson 5. Yeah.
Yes. And last but not least, if you had a 5 and a 9, that is known 9 and a 5.
Dolly Parton.
Yes, exactly. Well, you do know poker. All right, so here we go. Check this out. I've got a deck of cards here. They've been shuffled. I'll give them one more quick mix.
Okay.
Just to verify, and a cut. Now I am going to deal out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hands of Texas Hold'em, which means everybody playing gets 2 cards. Now, you're the only one that is important here, Joe. So okay. I've got hand number 1, hand number 2, 3, 4, and 5. You get to pick which hand you will play, and then whatever decision you make based on what cards you end up with, I'm going to try to deal you the very best hand possible based on what you have. Which hand do you want, 1 through 5?
Give me 4.
So this is the one, number 4, right here?
Yes, correct.
All right, let's take a look at number 4. This one right here. You have, all right, a king and a 6. So let's just say this. If I were to deal you another 6 and then 2 kings, that is known as a full house. And that would be an excellent hand in poker. Would you agree?
Correct.
Okay, that is a hand that would probably win. So the first thing you do when dealing Texas Hold'em is you deal a card off to the side, which is called burning a card, and then you place 3 in the center. And let's see what we've got. All right, that's not a 6. Okay, well, hang on though. You do have. Okay, well, here's what we've got going on here, Joe. You've got a pair of jacks on the board, and you've got your high card of a king, which is okay. It's not there's nothing wrong with this. This is perfectly fine. So let's do this. We'll take another card, and it gets burned. It gets placed off to the side, known as a discard. And then the next card is okay. Now things are starting to take shape. Now this is interesting. Check this out, Joe. 10, Jack, Queen, King, which means that if I deal you on the very last card, if I deal you a 9 or an ace, you have a straight. But what else is interesting is there's a spade, there's a spade, there's a spade, and there's a spade, which means if I deal you a spade, you end up with a flush, which is even better than a straight. Of course, there is one card that I could deal you that is both a spade and an ace that would give you the best hand possible in the game of Hold'em. A straight flush, also known as a royal flush, and that card would be an ace of spades. This card gets a discard. Then let's see how we did. Joe. Joe. Look at this. Joe ends up with the royal, unbeatable, can't be beat, best hand. So the next time if you want to go down to that charity event and just clean them out, give me a call.
All right. I mean, I've literally had my face an inch from the screen to see what's happening. I've lost the intern for the week, so thanks for that. His mind is absolutely blown.
Makes me want to like run a lap. I don't know.
How are you? Do you go to Vegas and play? I mean, I have no words here.
That was illegal.
So, I will say that the more sleight of hand I learned, the better I got when I was playing poker with my friends. It seems like I won more frequently, and I'm not sure why that is. But I love Vegas. Love it. I love to go hang out in Vegas. But mainly I go because they have all the shows, and I love seeing all the shows. But they don't usually let you shuffle and deal the cards in Vegas. They don't go, excuse me, sir, would you like to give these a cut?
But you pretty much have a great idea of what's going on there. I don't know. Do you have anything to add to this?
When you pulled the second to last spade, me and Joe just shot each other.
Did you? Oh yeah, nice.
Here's story.
Yep. You can see where this is going. Yep.
Jason, I read another review on your Mystery and Illusion show from Saturday night at the filming station, and it was not a review of like, "Hey, we had a great time." This person broke down your entire show and was just blown away by what happened.
I was talking to somebody after the show on Saturday, and they said that what they enjoyed the most, they said, well, of course we loved the magic. The magic was great. It was amazing, blah, blah, blah. But what we liked the most was the fact that I like totally feel inspired now, because in my show, when I created my show, I created it to be a great magic show, but I also tell my story of having to grow up and overcome some adversity in life. And so I incorporate that into the magic and into the show. So the goal really is not just to have fun, which is always important, and not just to be amazed, which as a magician is supremely important to me, but to also walk out of there feeling inspired and feeling great, because I think great entertainment should do that. It should draw us all together and make us feel amazing and make us feel like we can take on the world. And so those are some of my favorite comments from people who are saying, like, I knew I was going to see a magic show. I had no idea I was going to see, a magic show like this. So,
that's I told you the best advertising is word of mouth, and that was just that. But it was an in-depth critique of the show in every positive way possible. I'm thinking this person paid attention and was blown away by what you did.
Well, that is very that is humbling, and it's very nice to know that all the intention that was put into the show when it was created and when it's performed, that they received. I love that. And we got to get you guys out to come and check out the show, because I know that you're super busy and the intern is super busy, but I would love for you guys to come see the show so you can report back on it firsthand sometime.
I would love to see you put the intern in that little saw box where you saw him in two.
And we'll start the show.
Don't put them back together. Oh, well, Jason, when's your next show?
I got one this Saturday night. We still have tickets, and yeah, it's a great time. I believe I can say that I can guarantee people will have fun.
Love it. We love it. Thank you for doing this. We'll continue promoting you, my man, because it truly is fun. And I have no idea what you did or how you did it, which is the beauty of it. So thank you, Jason. We'll see you next week.
Take care.
All right, Jason Michaels, Mystery and Illusion. Just Google it and you can see it and you can read the reviews and all that he does there. Even on our show, man. You have anything to add to that, intern?
No, nothing at all.